So we are live one more time. All right, so today we're talking about how to build a fundable business in 28 days. And when I say fundable business, we're talking about building something from scratch that doesn't have any credit history, anything of the sort. But we're going to build it in such a way that in 28 days or less, we can take you to go get funding, 100K minimum, all the way up to 5 million. So let's go ahead and talk about how to build a fundable business from scratch in 28 days or less. So we're back. All right, so once again, we are talking about how to build a fundable business in 28 days or less, and guaranteed to get you 100K minimum on your first round of funding. Okay, it's my blue marker. All right, fundable business in 28 days or less. All right, so here are the steps in order to build a fundable business in 28 days or less, right? We're going to list off a list of things that you need in order to be ready to go for funding, okay? Number one, a unique physical business address. All right, well, a unique physical business address in the sense that it can't be a PO box, it can't be a virtual address, it can't be one of those shared office spaces, right? These lenders are getting hip to them kind of places. So it has to be a unique physical address. Doesn't mean that you necessarily have to run your business from there, but it has to be a physical address. That's not going to get the application flagged. Everybody that's on here, thank you so much for being on our live today. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Today we are talking about how to build a fundable business in 28 days or less. First requirement, unique physical address. All right. Number two, you're going to need to have some sort of entity plus an EIN number. Okay. So the entity is going to be whether that's going to be an LLC, S Corp, C Corp, nonprofit, whatever it is that you choose to do, depending on your business goal. You're going to need an entity and you're going to need an EIN number. An EIN number is free to get. You could go on IRS.gov and apply for one. Usually you get it right on the spot, but that's going to be like the social security number for your business, right? So it's also a 9-digit number, but it's specific to your business, okay? Let's see. Website, you're going to need an online presence, so a business website. Okay. It's important to have an online presence because a lot of these companies are looking for an online presence. Now, the other important thing to think about is when you're starting a business, right? You have to make sure that the name matches all across the board, not just on the EIN number and the entity, but also your business name has to be the same. It has to be the same all across the board. Otherwise, the underwriter is going to disqualify you from getting funding for your business. Okay. The other important thing you're going to need is a business plan. And we're not talking about like a little one-pager business plan, right? A full professional business plan built out that's going to help you get this minimum, right? 100K is what we're looking to get on the first round of funding. Okay. your business plan, your business financials. And when I say financials, we are talking about a profit loss statement, balance sheet. Okay. Now I know some of you might be thinking, well, if we're building one from scratch, like how are we supposed to have a profit loss statement? How are we supposed to have a balance sheet? How are we supposed to have any of that? We have ways around that stuff, and where we could get you those tools that you need. All right. Thank you for the like. Whoever thumbed that up, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you guys being here on the live today. So let's see what else. We got the business plan. We got the profit loss statement, the address, the entity, the website. Sometimes you're also gonna need collateral. That's real important, right? Collateral, because if a bank is gonna give you 100 bands, 100,000 for your business, they're gonna want to know how we're gonna get this money back. Not just with your business plan, but if all else fails, you got that collateral backing up that money that they're lending you, right? So these are some of the main things, right, that you're gonna need to build out in order to have a fundable business. Typically, what we see our clients when they decide to go this route and start from scratch, takes about 28 days. 28 days or less, they get all these things in order. The loan package is the other thing that we're gonna need here. Loan package. And if you're an entrepreneur, or maybe you're not an entrepreneur, maybe you're just getting started, maybe you don't have the best credit, you're gonna get to get your credit repaired too. Not every loan type requires for you to use your personal credit, but most of them are going to require that you have at least some sort of decent credit, right? So these are the top 8 things that you need to do to have a fundable business built out from scratch in 28 days or less in order for you to get 100K in financing for your business. Now, it could be you want to start a business from scratch. Maybe you want to start a hair salon, a smoke shop. Maybe you want to flip some cars. Maybe you want to flip some have rental properties, flip houses. You can use this money however you want, right? The important thing is that you have a plan in place to be able to pay that back. But if you're already an established business, maybe you want to use that for marketing. Maybe you want to grow your team, hire more people, buy some leads. The other route that you could go is if you don't want to go through this 28-day process and doing all of this footwork, trying to build all this stuff out. It's easy to do if you follow the plan, follow the blueprint, right? We have all the tools that you need to get all this stuff built out. But the other way that you could go about it. Before I take this down, any questions? Any questions so far? The fuck? Messages. All right. So the other thing that you could do is if you don't want to go through the struggle of building all this stuff out on your own, we have one more option for you. And that is, instead of taking 28 days to go to funding, you can go to funding right away. You can go to funding within a week with using an already built for you self-corporation. What exactly is a built for you self-corp? It's basically what it is, right? It's a corporation that's already set up for you. It has everything that you need: the business address, the online presence, 100K worth of collateral built into it, the business plan, all of the financial statements, everything that you need in order to go for funding. This already has it already built out, right? So the way that it works, it takes 7 days for you to become the owner So transfer ownership. Once you're the owner, right away we can go to funding. We go to funding for you right away the next day. As soon as everything is under your name, on day 8, we'll apply for funding. We guarantee that we will get you 100K minimum. That's the minimum that we'll get you. But if you needed more, we could go up to 5 mil if you needed. Up to $5 million in funding. Okay. So that's our self-corporation. You could go about it 2 ways. You could go option number 1, take 28 days to build out a corporation from scratch and get everything that you need lined up in order to go for funding. Or you can skip all of that, get a self-corp that already has all the necessities, get it transferred into your name, go to funding right away, and that way you can take care of what matters most, which is making money, right? Get 100 grand minimum up to 5 mil in your bank account for you to either establish your business or grow your existing business. In the comments, in the description, I have my phone number and also a link where you can schedule a call with me, or you can just call or text me, either or, and we can have a one-on-one conversation about either helping you build out your corporation from scratch or getting one of our 2 self-corporations that we have ready to go for funding and talk about the details and how that works. Any questions, put them in the comments.